Hi Libra, welcome back to the channel. It's me Anisa from the Inner Stereo. So today we're going to be looking at your love messages. It's a general reading, so it may resonate with you or it may not. If it does, there's going to be a link down in the description box below for the extended and personal reading with me. Let's see what we got here for you, Libra. How are you guys doing, by the way? In your overall energy here, you have the Five of Pentacles. It tells me there has been a little bit of a situation here that has caused you disappointment. Something that you thought was going to come to fruition, something that you thought was going to be something that is great. I think it disappointed you by a lot. Now, in your challenges, I usually pull only one card, but it seems to me that you really want to be talking to me today here, Libra. So in your challenges, you have the Devil, you have the Lovers, and you have the Princess of Chalices. You could be dealing with a Capricorn or a Gemini or a Virgo or a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. That's as far as I can see right now. However, I do feel that one of your biggest challenges here has a lot to do with you needing to choose. Okay, should I keep on being the optimistic person that I am and keep on trusting this relationship, seeing the best potential, seeing the best assets in them and all of that stuff? Or should I start being, I don't know why you correlate speaking up or making a problem in a relationship as something that you consider toxic. We're going to get through that, but that's something that I was strongly getting from it. Okay, now in the past you have this person has the Four of Cups and the Seven of Swords. From your side you have the World and the Nine of Wands. This person makes you feel very not trustful, and I think in the past you were really making that absolute final decisions of like, you know what, I'm done. Because the Nine of Wands is actually a wounded warrior, right? Somebody who have been repeatedly hurt to a point where he started questioning himself, like, should I really fight for another one? Or is it always going to result in the same thing? However, with the World right next to it, I feel that there's a sense of finality in the past. However, I do see you kind of like quite backtracking in the present moment. Now, from their side, they have the Four of Cups and the Seven of Swords. There's something here that they're not revealing to you, okay? It could be a bit of a deception. It could be something that they're just not comfortable in sharing out in the open. And I do see that this person was ice skating about their emotions in the past as well, which means that they tried to freeze the emotions over and they were just basically ice skating above it. Now, in the present moment from this person's side, Temperance and the Four of Pentacles. From your side, you have the Hermit and the Nine of Cups in reverse. I feel that you have been trying to look meanings into it and all of that stuff, but this person still triggers you. And the more that this person is withdrawing or not giving you anything, the more that you don't feel good about yourself. That's why with the Five of Pentacles, like, it's such a disappointment. Like, I thought this was going to be it. I thought this person was going to bring out the best version of myself, but it's just so disappointing. I know, I understand. Now, this person in the present moment, you could be dealing here with the dismissive avoidant, because I do feel that this person is trying to keep on a facade, right? That everything is fine and I'm in command kind of energy. You should read this poem by Charles C. Finn called Please Hear What I'm Not Saying, because I feel that this is this person's energy right now, where they try to show the world that everything is fine and I'm in command and all that stuff. Whereas deep down inside, this person is refusing to open up, you know what I mean? They're scared to. Now, in the future, from this person's side, they have the High Priestess and the Death. From your side, you got the Princess of Swords and the Justice. Things has not been very fair for you. And I feel that your mind here is still being very curious because you want to look for further information, further clarity. Something still doesn't stick. So I do feel that you are going to be turning on your investigation or your investigative mode in the future. And I think that's one of the things that I always notice about air signs, you know, because air signs rules, brain rules the logic. Sometimes when you're dealing with somebody who makes you, who's not very clear, let's say for instance, or who's not somebody that you cannot figure, like you spend a lot of time trying to solve the puzzle. without you realizing that you're spending way too much energy into it and it becomes something that you're interested. Now let's clarify here, Virgo, you could be dealing with a Virgo, Libra. Let's clarify, 10 of Cups, Tower, the Fool. Yeah, classic avoidant. Let's clarify the Hermit. Classic avoidant. Because at this present moment, I feel that something has been ruptured within this connection, right? And they're not really wanting to be dealing with it. So instead of that, I do feel that this person is taking a giant leap of faith in their life. Like, wow, like, look at my new sense of freedom. Look at my new, like, I'm independent now. I can't do what I want right now and all that stuff. Now from you, again, 5 of Pentacles are showing up in your energy here. 6 of Cups, you're disappointed. And you're trying to find meanings behind all of this. Like, what is this supposed to be teaching me? What is this supposed to be teaching me about the type of higher level of commitment and relationship that I've been wanting in my life? How did I miss the pattern? Let's clarify the 4 of Pentacles and the 9 of Cups in reverse. Yep. Okay, so from their side, 4 of Pentacles clarify about the Queen of Swords, the Temperance, and the Ace of Swords. Like I mentioned to you earlier, this person is trying to show you a facade that everything is okay. Really doesn't want to be touching. Like, let's say, for instance, this person did something bad to you in the past. This person doesn't really want to discuss it, yeah? Like, would this person still want to be communicating with you? Yeah, but I don't think that they are wanting to really get into the roots of the cause of the relationship and how it has been disappointing you and all of that stuff. Now, you, 9 of Cups in reverse. Yeah, I know. Like, I'm sad because Princess of Chalices has always been like Princess, Page of Cups, Princess of Chalices is one of my favorite cards in a deck because it makes me remember myself every time I'm in love with somebody, and it's a very genuine type of love, you know what I mean? Where I genuinely hope the best for you. I genuinely want to bring the best version of yourself. I genuinely care for you. And that's you. That has been you. And I think because that has been you for quite a while, it's become a part of your identity. It has become a part of your, like, who am I without this? Like, if I've been really loving this person for quite a while now. I forgot how to not to do that. You know what I mean? And you had a lot of hopes, you had a lot of dreams, and there was few good memories and sweet moments that you both share, and you're holding on to it very, very dearly. But with that, clarifying the 9 of Cups in reverse here, Libra, you also need to start asking yourself, is holding on to those is really doing you any good, especially for your mental health? That is something that you need to ask yourself, okay? Is it worth peace of your mental health or your peace of mind? Okay? Now let's clarify the High Priestess and the Princess of Swords. So you, Princess of Swords, clarify by the 3 of Cups, the 7 of Cups, and the 9 of Pentacles. You're wondering what they're up to, who they're hanging around with. I feel that in the future, this is a communication that they're doing very implicitly. I feel that this person is somebody who doesn't really like to communicate something out the open. So they do things in order to send the message across to you very implicitly, to cause regret, to cause fear of losing, to cause fear of, I don't know, something. Yeah. Because this avoiding, not feeling, putting on a facade that everything is fine, and them, being completely either silent or cold, very detached, has a purpose behind it, and it's to send you a message implicitly. And I think it does work because you're looking for clarity here. But I do feel that in the future, you're much more balanced, because in the present moment, you're still being like string. Whereas in the future, you will have a perfect balance of, this is me and this is me. In the past, I'm still having that habit. I'm still having that pattern of familiarity with this person, and it's okay. But I do feel that you're going to have a bit of a balance here in the future. Let's clarify the Death and the Justice. Okay, so the Death clarified by the Four of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles on the Chariot. I feel that in the future, because they are aware that things, them trying to send you a message implicitly and all that stuff isn't working, because it's further pushing you away from them rather than pulling you towards them. They are finally going to be doing something here they're going to be showing you that, I still care. I'm giving you some sort of either act of services or a little bit of a quality time to hang out or to be with you together and all that stuff. I do feel that in the future, you're not going to be easily emotionally manipulated by this, because through experience, right? You've learned your lesson. And I do feel that in the future, you guys are going to be focusing a lot more on yourself. The decentering them from the focus of your life eventually is going to work in the future, which is great here, Libra. I'm happy for you. Anyway, let's pull some advice card for you here, Libra. Oops, too much. The Ten of Cups, the Temperance, and also the Three of Swords. Replaying memories, because I think the worst has already happened, right? Of them hurting you so much to a point where you start having a lot of trust issues. It has already happened. But we're playing it down your memory lane is doing nothing but to just make it worse or make the healing slower than it should be. So what the advice here has to say has a lot to do with, just because you got hurt in the past by somebody doesn't mean that you are unable to manifest a perfect relationship for you, Libra. Because the Ten of Cups is there, which means that you're still being promised by the universe of the promise of having a very fulfilling relationship. You just got to believe. And you got to stop replaying the painful memories over and over again, because it's going to be affecting your energy. And if it's affecting your energy, it's also going to be affecting the way that you attract things in your life. Okay? So I'm going to take this all to the extended. I hope that you find tons and tons of clarity that you've been looking for here, Libra. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye. Have a great day, guys. I love you.